room. Oh, hold on. Let's get this thing. Let me turn my microphone down. All right. Y'all pop on in here, man. Everybody pop on in the set. We're here, ready to chop it up. Everybody pile on in so we can get it in like we're supposed to get it in, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have y'all in here. Hope everybody's having a great beginning of the week so far. I'm early tonight. Oh, we're getting it in early. Usually I'm up getting it in at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And we still got thousands of people in the room chopping it up. But now I'm early. We're here early. So what's going on, man? I hope the family is good. What's up, Nikki the God? Everybody say what's up to Nikki. Y'all need to follow our beloved sister. Our sister's a rider. Y'all got to follow our sister D. Tubman down there too. D. Tubman's a rider. Yes, indeed. But man, a lot of stuff we got to talk about because we've been going back and forth online for the past couple of days with these SWSs and the debate about Black self-defense is coming up. Now, family, there's a reason why we're talking about reparations, and included with the reparations conversation, we're talking about the importance of having a crime bill that protects Black people, particularly foundational Black Americans. We're talking about an anti-Black hate crime bill, just like other groups. A lot of groups get bills specifically for them, and they are very reluctant to give foundational Black Americans our own protective bill that's specifically for us. If you let the Democratic shills and all of these people tell you, like the Rolands, they'll say, there is one already. The civil rights bill. No, because some of those other bills is for minorities and people of color and all that. It's not specific. It's very vague. Because if it were for everybody, the Asian community would not have needed a specific bill. And out there in South Dakota, one of those places, they're putting one out there for the Jewish community, very specifically to protect them. And one of the reasons why they're so reluctant to give us our own crime bill, because like I've been telling people, that sets a precedent where we can protect ourselves by enforcing it ourselves. All we need to do is have the bill on law with specific wording for Black people that, hey, Black people are somewhat of a protected class. Black people, any harm or anti-Black racism is condemned by the U.S. government. The U.S. government has never said that. They said that specifically for the Asian community. In that Asian crime bill, they said we, as the U.S. government, condemn any anti-Asian hate. That other bill says we condemn anti-Semitism. But when it's time to say, hey, what about this anti-Black racism? Well, everybody's created equal. You know, nobody, all lives matter. Nobody should be harmed. No. See, we keep falling for that banana in the tailpipe. We got to make it very specific, because if it's specific, when we get attacked out here, we'll have some stronger legal justifications to protect and defend ourselves. Because as we keep seeing, every time Black people try to defend ourselves, sometimes from other criminals of color or perpetrators of color, but definitely when it comes to suspected white supremacists trying to harm us, when we defend ourselves, we get criminalized. We're told that we're in the wrong. Now, there's a video circulating around. I think this is in Missouri. Some high school girls got into a fight. And you guys have seen the video. You can look at it on our social media. In the fight, there's a lot of kids out there, a lot of kids squaring up, and there were two particular girls squaring up, white girl and a Black girl. They started squaring up. The white girl ran up and swung first on the Black girl. The Black girl took the white girl to the ground real quick. the white girl's friend came in and tried to jump on the black girl. So now the black girl is on some 2-on-1 stuff, but some other people came and got the other black girl off the main girl defending herself, the main black girl. So the black girl was damn near about to get jumped. All right, let's keep all of this thing in perspective. At one point, it became 2-on-1. The black girl was fighting the white girl, and then the white girl's mammy friend tried to jump on the sister, and somebody luckily pulled her off. So now the black girl who got swung on, she's thinking, of course, like anybody who's about to get jumped or somebody's trying to jump in, let me neutralize this threat real quick. So she threw the white girl down, slammed her head a couple of times in the concrete, and then got up. And the white girl started convulsing and all of that stuff. But she's all right. She's in the hospital, but she's all right. So the video of this went around, and the white supremacists, oh boy, they started making up all of these lies and rhetoric and propaganda. They first put out a rumor that the white girl died. The white supremacists are so damn dramatic. They are the most dramatic cupcakes on earth. And some of these publications were talking about the white girl got jumped by a mob of black folks. They're so extra. These are pathological damn liars. That was a fair, squared up one-on-one fight, plain and simple, and the white girl lost the fight. That's all it was. And from what I understand, the black girl got arrested, and we need to look into that because we have to stop letting black children get targeted by white supremacy. A fair fight is a damn fair fight. If somebody's going to lose a fight, that's what happens. This was a fair fight, and somebody lost the damn fight. That's all it was. And if the white girl was so frail, she shouldn't have been out there trying to box outside of her weight class. But this whole preferential treatment based on whiteness, see, that's kicking in. See, white supremacy is a preferential treatment system where you make the white supremacists the protected class, even if they're in the wrong. You see, and we got to stop going along with that system. So the white supremacists are going around talking about how the black girl, oh, she took it too far because all of their lies are falling flat about the white girl being dead and she got jumped. No, this was a fair fight. And I put a mini tweet saying basically the black girl did the same thing that you guys made Kyle Rittenhouse a hero for and Daniel Penny, because all of these people who are demonizing the black girl, these are the same people giving props to Kyle Rittenhouse and Daniel Penny. Okay? And I tweeted that, it went viral. None other than Kyle Rittenhouse responded. The big little pudgy, janky little coward, Kyle Rittenhouse responded to me. He was like, well, Tariq, how can you compare this to my situation? I was being attacked and my skull was being bashed in with a skateboard. And then people started getting on Kyle's bumper. No, nobody bashing in your skull. You were trying to ambush people out there like a coward. Some people called you out. You were trying to target brothers. The brothers called you out and tried to run you up out of there to protect the people, and then you ambush folks. And then the white supremacist system got on code. You luckily had a judge who was team white supremacy, who acted as your defense attorney, who did some of the most egregious white supremacist maneuvering in courtroom history. They turned the court system into a farce, letting him sit up there, letting Kyle pick out his own jurors, talking about you can't show the videos of Kyle making these premeditated videos, planning to shoot people. You couldn't show the video of Kyle beating up a girl at school. The judge sat up here and ran interference and played the defense attorney. The white media got on the white supremacist code. Kyle Rittenhouse was out here throwing up white supremacist hand signals in solidarity with all the other white supremacists. So they want to have this preferential treatment based on race. And we don't have to go for that. See, this is part of what was called the Casual Killing Act back in I think the 1600s. They had an act where the white supremacists were legally allowed to kill black people, especially the ones that they owned. If the black person got out of line, if you killed this person, you wouldn't be charged with murder. It's called the Casual Killing Act. Y'all can look that up. So the spirit of that act is still here. There's this whole non-verbal thing now where it's understood between white supremacists, part of this common law, that you're low key. If you have a good enough excuse, you can go ahead and off a black person, just like they tried to do with Jordan Neely with Daniel Penny. Jordan Neely was on a train. He wasn't harming anybody. And um, Daniel Penny snuck up behind him and choked him from the back. And the white supremacists are running around talking about he's a hero. So if Daniel Penny's a hero, the black girl is a damn hero too in this video. If Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero, that black girl is a hero too, because she got swung on first and she was defending herself. That's what it is. We're not going to have or go along with a racialized system where people are allowed to defend themselves based on the race of the person. If you set a precedent for self-defense using Kyle or using Daniel Penny, because Kyle went out there looking for trouble. Kyle went out there trying to find trouble. The only people who got harmed were the people Kyle shot and killed. Daniel Penny went out there, basically saw an opportunity to harm a person. And then they said it was self-defense when the person didn't do anything to him. So if Daniel Penny's a hero, the black girl in the video is a hero too, based on the logic of these white supremacists. Well, they want to cry foul when you use their same logic. They want to create a precedent, and then when we use the precedent they create, they want to cry foul. They always do that. You know, they had a precedent where people could walk around with guns, especially out here in California. You know, this was the wild, wild west. They prided themselves on being some Western outlaws. They're cowboys. They can walk around California with their guns on their waist. This is the wild, wild west. There's a rugged frontiersman. It was that whole thing until Huey P. Newton saw that loophole in the 1960s. He said, hey, wait a minute. You can open carry out here? And he let the Black Panthers know, hey, you know, legally we can open carry. So let's go out here with our guns and let's see what these police are up to. Boy, they ran and changed that law. And the main people in front of it to change the law was the damn NRA, the Get Your Hands Off My Guns organization. Our gun rights, we should be able to do what we need to do with our guns. The NRA was the main ones in the front of the line trying to get that gun ban when it was black folks exercising those same rights they set a precedent for. You see? So they like to play this little racial double standard thing, and we're saying no, we're not going to do that. Everything is going to be equal all across the board. And this is why we're going to campaign hard and heavy for this damn crime bill. You see? The game is real out here. The game is very, very real out here. And we got a lot of folks in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Everybody, don't forget to get your Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. Sophia, hop in, ma'am. Sophia, hop in.
Hey,
Hey, dear, how are you?
I am doing good. So, yeah, we should definitely be allowed to defend ourselves. And this country is about to come to their reckoning once the Democrats lose,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because they're going to see how powerful our energy is.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Hello?
so, and the more and more we step back from organized religion and get into our ancestral knowledge, the more and more our ancestors will speak to us and come
Yes,
to our
ma'am.
defense, so we can
Yes,
have it
ma'am.
in the physical and the spiritual.
Yes, indeed. That's real
So,
talk, sister. Thank you so much, beloved.
yes.
Ozzy,
Hey, Tariq, how's it going?
I'm good. Ozzy, what's on your mind?
I'm doing pretty good. So, just kind of piggybacking on what you were saying earlier, I live in Massachusetts and I'm non FBA, I'm Ethiopian.
Okay.
And I heard that there was something going on in one of these cities in Massachusetts where there were these white kids were they were trying to auction off different black students like on Snapchat or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find it, but it just kind of goes to show that, like, this white supremacy, they teach it to their kids.
Oh
It's
yeah.
an ongoing cycle.
Oh
So.
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Real talk. Yeah.
Hmm.
They see the name of the game. They like to practice white supremacy and pretend that they're not doing it. There's this white boy. He does these little talking head videos, and I retweeted it. He posted a video of a black girl getting in like a pool or something, and there was some white people behind her, and the white people immediately got out, and the girl started dancing when they got out. And then these white supremacists start making these videos. Well, she's in there. The black girl is twerking. So yeah, I would have got out too. Oh God, everything ain't about race. She was twerking, and nobody wants to have their kids around twerking. But here's the thing: in the video, the girl didn't. She wasn't really twerking. She just kind of turned around and danced. She wasn't popping her ass and nothing. And she only started dancing when the white people left. And I tweeted, you know what? This is a common thing with white supremacists. They always do that when black people get in the pool, they hop their little asses out. That's a thing with them. Oh, so the dominant society, let's not act like that's not a thing. That's been a thing for a long time. That's why they had so many harsh segregation rules in swimming pools. The white supremacists are real funny style about black people in swimming pools with them. They've been doing that. Man, there's video and footage of the 60s and the 1960s where black people are getting in swimming pools and white people throwing acid in there. White people didn't even want to share beaches with black people. There were times where black people would get in pools and white people would have the pools drained. Just real weirdo ass stuff. So that's a thing within their culture. That whole thing where getting in pools with us is something funny style with them. FBA goddess, hop on, beloved. FBA goddess. Miss FBA goddess, hop in. I'm good. How are you, dear?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to say, as far as what you were talking about with the pool, in the city of Raleigh, there were two pools, one for black, one for white. But
Yep.
now the white people took over ours. But anyway, they separated our pools. So you are absolutely right. Also, I wanted to say, I hope that you are going to have the FBA thing in June because
Yeah.
I want to go. So I
Yes, indeed.
personally will do that.
Yeah, we're still working on it. We're still working to get
Mhm.
confirmation, and we're trying to get all these dates together because I think Microphone Check, we're going to have that in theaters in May, and then in June we'll have the event. So we're still working to get confirmation on everything. So I'm going to keep everybody posted because I know people really, really want us to go to DC in June. So I'm going to keep people up on that. And when we go to DC, we got to have Afro Elite speak. We're going to have Brother Marcel speak, Black Alpha speak. We need to have Miss Snacks down there speaking. We need to have her. That's a powerful sister. She's so reserved and low key, but she's a powerful sister. I had to make her get in the last movie, American Maroon. She did phenomenal in there. I coached her. She got in, and she was phenomenal. Miss Snacks is phenomenal. So we definitely need her. She's real shy. She's very shy, but she needs to get up there and do her thing because she has a powerful voice. So yeah, we're getting it together. And y'all let us know who else we should get as speakers. I want to get Brother Kaba. Let us know who some other. I want to get Randy Short again. Y'all throw some more names at us. Reza, want to get Brother Reza. So y'all throw some more names at us who we should get to be a part of it. Let's get Adonis. What's up, brother?
So this story, touches home for me. So, I was, there were some white guys and stuff I remember in school that used to try to, make little smart comments and shit to me. And I let them rock out and stuff for about a couple of weeks. And I just got sick of it. And then, I caught this one dude out back behind, like, near, like, the football field. I had a bottle. I smashed that shit across his fucking head. And then all of a sudden, that's when they wanted to step in and try to punish me and stuff. But the whole time I was doing the right thing and I was reporting it, the teacher would sit there and like roll her eyes on, like all the like administrations say like, what grade are we in? Why are we telling on people? But as soon as you
Wow.
fucking respond, they want to suspend you. But the white kids, they don't get suspended. They can do whatever the fuck they want to you. But as soon as you respond, that's when they take action.
Real talk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They white kids at school. Oh, trouble. They don't get in no trouble. They don't get in. Yo, go read my book FBA Race Bait. I talk about that. That's when I started learning the game at an early age. Y'all go get my book on Amazon, or you can get an autographed copy at where's my book at? FBA official FBA.com. I think it's on that. But I talk about that. That's how I kind of got early consciousness being in school, and some of the kids were white. You know, went to a half black, half white school. And the white boys, the white kids, well, they can get away with everything and nothing happened to them. They would call in bomb threats all the time and pull the fire alarm. We have to get out of class, and they be in class the next day giggling and snickering about it. But the black kids, we get suspended left and right for every little thing. I saw that early. I'm like, hey, what the hell is this about? Hey, something's going on here. Oh, what's this two-tiered racial system? I learned early on there's a two-tiered system here. But yeah, they don't get in trouble. They get away with murder. They can fight or whatever. And they bully people. They bully black kids all the time. But the minute you smack one of them down, all of a sudden you got to have a teachers, parents conference meeting. You get expelled. They call the cops on you. You know, they come getting you up out of class. So yeah. They play that little game. The white supremacists, they are a protected class. We got to understand that. We gotta stop taking things out of the context of white supremacy and understand the rules of white supremacy and the system of white supremacy. The white supremacists are a protected class. It's the we can't do no wrong factor. So even if they harm you, you're not supposed to defend yourselves. You're supposed to just sit there and take the abuse and hopefully find some white person who's benevolent enough to do something, which they never do anything about it. We just have to sit up and take abuse. And I'm telling you, damn that. Protect yourself at all times. It is not our lot in life to sit up and be abused by a bunch of demonic ass white supremacists. You defend yourself any chance you get. You'll deal with the legal ramifications later, but it's the old saying, I'd rather be judged by a jury of 12 than carried by a group of 6. You don't let nobody kill you and harm you. Damn that. Rom, yo, Rom.
What's going on? Yeah, yeah.
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you,
me?
sir. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I have my experiences as well. I didn't go to a school that was 50-50. I went to two different high schools. My experience, and I remember going to a school in
Yeah.
Fresno, California. It's called Central High, and I remember like during Christmas, right? All everybody said, "Oh, what are you getting for Christmas?" And I remember all the kids were getting cars. They're buying vehicles for their kids or whatever. And a lot of people just watching or whatever, and they just come and flaunt, you know. And me personally, being Eritrean, stuff like that. Me, I related to being black. I wouldn't say I'm FBI. I'm not saying
I
I'm
got it. I
FBI or
get it. I
anything
get it.
like
I
that.
get it. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And we just watch and stuff like that, and they would be very exclusive. They would just hang out with each other, like, oh, what kind of car you got? What do you got? This, that, and the other. And it was more of a status thing. And it was pretty segregated. I'll say it was pretty segregated, even though this is America and it is California. It is California, but it was segregated as far as people associations.
There
Then
you go. Thank you so much. I had to land your plane. You talk slow and you're long winded. So much respect to you. I had to land that plane. But yeah, this whole thing where white kids are never supposed to get in trouble. That's what the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing was about. Um, you're supposed to protect them at all costs, even if they're dead wrong, even if they get a gun illegally, cross state lines, and commit an egregious crime, which is murder, a double murder, and another gun assault. You're supposed to protect this guy. You see, even if it bites you in the ass, because what happens with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, that turned around and bit white supremacist society in the ass, because what it did, it created a Kyle Rittenhouse effect. If some of you remember, after Kyle Rittenhouse got that slap on the wrist and they started labeling him as a damn hero, there were several other cases around the country right after that of these little white supremacist suspect kids going to schools and churches and places shooting them up, because the message you sent these other little degenerates is that, hey, if you go shoot a bunch of people, you can be a hero like Kyle. And the people who were getting shot up were other white people. So these people will shoot themselves in the foot and chop off their nose to spite their damn face in order to maintain white supremacy. White supremacy is a damn suicide pact, which is good because it's such a degenerate system. It eventually and ultimately cancels itself out. You understand? LV, hop in, LV.
Yo, Tariq. The main reason I joined this space is because I have watched that video very carefully, like slowly, frame by frame, and it is 110% self-defense,
Right,
right? I live in Missouri. Missouri is a stand your ground state, and in one of the comments that I left, I broke it down by frame, by seconds, right? And in the first few seconds, the white girl attacked first.
right,
The black girl backed up and then defended herself. And then a few seconds later, the black girl was attacked by a third party, right?
right,
Which led to them struggling on the floor. And then a few seconds later, the black girl tried to stand up and was pulled right back to the ground by the white
and
girl.
and
And
kicked
that
in the head by the white girl too.
and that was what led to the head slamming. So I'm like, how the hell is there like double standard? This is a fucking stand your ground state, and this is where I live, right? So if the motherfucker is saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna attack you," you have every right to smoke that person in whatever way that you find possible to defend yourself and your household. It's simple as that. And I want to put this out there. If anyone knows the girl or her family, right? If there is a way that we can reach out, because what they do is they intimidate. They
Right,
would isolate the girl, they would isolate her family, and then intimidate and try to force them to own up to something that never happened, which is
right.
as clear as day. So they need the advocacy of the community, of people around them. And if there is any way to reach out to them, donations going on so they could have like proper legal defense, I am 110% for it. And that's
Yes,
what I want to say. So anyone that watches that clearly and still believes that it's not self-defense, you gotta get your eyes checked.
real
Okay? Get
talk.
your eyes checked. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much. Real good analysis. Yeah, that's 100% self defense. Yeah, whoever the girl's family is, and if y'all out there in Missouri, man, holler at them. I got something for the lawyer. If they need a lawyer, I'll put something on it. I'll definitely put something on it. Let us know what's going on with the family. If they need something with a lawyer, I'll put something on it. That's self defense all day. We got to stop letting these white supremacists sit up here and bully black kids and all of that. Black girl wasn't obligated to sit up here and get smashed on by the white girl. Damn that. And then get jumped by her friend. Damn that. Damn that. If it's stand your ground and if it's a self defense law, it should be applied equally. See, the white supremacists, they like to sit up here and kill people left and right. But when it's black folks, well, oh, no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, it was kind of self defense. But when you're smashing her head, you're just taking it too far. No, no, no. Y'all want to have rules and limitations. So when we want to defend ourselves, now there's these weird rules that we got to abide by. Well, you can defend yourself, but you can't be too excessive. What the fuck you mean? You got Kyle out here blowing people's brains out all over the damn place and Daniel Penny choking out a homeless special needs man, and y'all sitting up here cockon and kikiing about that. But now we have to kind of hold back and no, 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 no. We're not doing racial damn double standards. Let's get. I'm gonna get Grinds in a second. Then we get. Can you hop on?
Peace, brother Tariq. This is a bit off topic, but I wanted to let you know that brother. What's that guy's name? Bam Majera from Jackass. He just
Yeah.
tore his MCL,
Oh yeah.
and I
What
was
happened?
like, this looks like karma. This looks like the ancestors. So I googled if he was racist, and he's calling people all kind of niggas. You can just Google that.
Oh wow.
So wow, this is the ancestors coming back and just tearing people up.
Yeah, wasn't he like in rehab or something? He looks a mess right now.
Yeah,
He
yeah. I saw him fall, and I'm like, you know what? This looks like karma. This looks like the ancestors.
man, well, there it is, man.
That's
Thank
it. I just wanted to land my plane on that.
thank you so much, brother. Let's get brother Grinds TV in here. Then we'll get stabbed. So Grinds TV, hop in, Grinds.
What's up, brother Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all good. Real quick, man, Rittenhouse is such a damn liar. What I did was I posted a clip in the chat, as well as that post where he was responding to you. One of the other Proud Boys that was in no, I'm sorry, not many, in Kenosha that night, said something very interesting. He said that the police told him, "Hey, we're gonna bring everybody over there by you all because you can handle them. Then we're gonna leave." So ain't no, I was in fear of my life and all this BS that he was talking in that post. No, y'all asses went over there looking for action.
Yes, indeed. And they had the backing of the police. That's the most, because you hit a real serious thing. They were out there. He was with them white supremacist Proud Boys, and they were out there being sanctioned and backed up by the damn police. So if one of them committed a murder, which is what Kyle did, the city wouldn't be on the hook for it. You see, nobody could sue the city. The police are like, oh, damn, we don't know what. You know, they get to play dumb. Kyle and them, they were out there with the police, family. That's why we remember, if you look at the video when Kyle did those murders, he's up there doing these weird hand signals to the police. He's up here doing these little hand signals to the cops. You see? So yeah, that was on some premeditated stuff, dude. You know, they were all out there. The white supremacists were all out there working in union with each other. See, the dominance out there is a team sport. I want you to understand that. And in Kyle Rittenhouse case, look at all of the white supremacists who got on code. It's all about all of them getting on code. Kyle was on code with these white supremacist groups. Then they start throwing up their little white supremacist hand signals. The white supremacist groups and Kyle, they were on code with the police. When Kyle did the murders, the judge was super duper on code. The media was on code. Everybody was on code, protecting that dude. So we better understand how white supremacy works and then call it what it is. Stop, a black family, stop letting the white supremacists dictate what things are going to be labeled and called. Well, black folks have a real problem letting the white supremacists dictate the narrative because they get to intimidating you. Let's be real. A lot of y'all niggas are scared of these white supremacists because unfortunately you got to go to work with them and you know, you don't want to mess your little check up. I get it. I get it. But don't carry that stuff into online interactions. They be punking you out online. Call them out. Now, I'm not talking about my FBA family. You guys are pretty thorough for the most part. But yeah, you got to call them out. Call them the hell out. Let's get let me see, Jordan. Let's get Jordan in here. Jordan, Mr. Jordan. And then we'll get Spirit Wonder. Jordan, Spirit Wonder. Either one of y'all can say something. Spirit Wonder or Jordan. Jordan, you unmute your microphone.
Okay, all right, so I just want to make a comparative statement on Rittenhouse and the incident between the two girls. You
Yeah,
know, Rittenhouse, he was equipped with weapons. I think there's no comparison, and also he did kill someone. Let's not forget that.
right.
All right, so he did kill someone, and I think there was a false narrative with the girl. It looked like it was. I mean, it was pretty brutal, but it wasn't to the extent that they made it out to be.
Wasn't fatal. Wasn't fatal.
Huh?
It wasn't fatal. The girl didn't die
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
lying
It
on.
wasn't fatal, so I think that was more of just a fake story that got a big response. Whereas this other guy, you know, they gave him a lot of sympathy, and not only that, he had a weapon. He had like, man, he had a gun. If the girl had a gun and she shot her or something like that, I would have been like, okay, that's comparable. But
Yeah.
I don't think there's any comparison when you there's no equation. There's nothing to equate
Right,
between one
right,
to
right.
two. So
Basically, they all fall back on the "I'm white and I say so" thing. That's what it boils down to. They try to fall back on "I'm white and I say so." And we got to understand, white supremacists, boy, they are the biggest liars on earth. They're going around lying now about Haiti right now because Haiti's going through what they're going through. They're running around here talking about there's a bunch of cannibals running around Haiti, and the gang leader who's down there kind of stomping down on things to do barbecue. They're trying to say, "Oh, he's a cannibal," and then there's nobody being cannibals. That's white supremacist propaganda. And then they go find some old from years back showing people with severed hands and stuff. But right now, going in Haiti, there's nobody being cannibalized. The white supremacists always project their own stuff. That cannibalism, that's that white supremacist. That's what they were doing in Europe and they were doing over here. They were the cannibals, guys. I want y'all to understand that. They love trying to project that cannibal stuff onto non-white people. That's what they were doing. Non-white people don't have a reason to be cannibals. Now, you got some degenerates in pockets of the diaspora here and there that does that weird shit, some of them. But the white supremacists, that was their thing. During those famines in Europe, especially in the 1300s, boy, they were eating niggas left and right. They were eating folks. And when they came over here, Jamestown and Roanoke, they were eating each other. Somebody died. They were like, "Hey, don't bury him. Man, boil me some water, nigga. Don't bury nothing. Give me some water and some of that basil over there. I'm about to season his ass. We about to have some good eating." They want that. They're like, "Do not bury nobody." Yeah. So they were on that cannibal stuff and still are. You think Jeffrey Dahmer is the only one? Man, stop. That's just the one who got caught. And it took him eating about 30, 40 people before he got caught. E Rose, hop on.
Hey Tariq, how are you tonight?
I'm good, E Rose. What's on your mind?
Well, first I want to tell you that I just want to tell you that I appreciate you and I thank you so wholeheartedly because when I first found you, I just didn't know about a lot of things. You taught me to how to unlearn and relearn a lot of things. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate you. I love you. You always, when people try to turn a narrative, you always make sure you get it back to so we can know the what the problem is, which is systematic white supremacy. Period. That's
Yes,
the problem
I love
with everything. So it's kind of off topic, but it's still kind of some things that you've been talking about lately. But I just want to ask you a question. um
Yes, ma'am.
Listening to you all your spaces, your hidden colors, Dr. Clyde Anderson, something he said about kind of what's going on right now. So and how they're trying to replace us with all the
Mm-hmm.
immigrants coming in and different things. And if black people don't get on code, like you just said, it's a team sport. Racism is a team sport, and black people, if we don't get on code, we're gonna be permanently a bottom class.
Mm-hmm.
Tariq, what can you tell me, or I don't know, what are some things that we can do as black people? How do we thwart that? Because they're actually, like, it's an election year. They're literally, you said last night in your space on your live, they're not talking about anything for black folks. They really basically said fuck us. They're talking about
Right.
Asians, immigrants, Latino, everybody else but us, but we are their vote. So if we do stay at home voting season, which I agree with you. But
Mm-hmm.
even still, where does that leave us? Still being at the bottom, I mean,
Okay.
they're literally flooding people in to replace us. So I just want to ask you, how do we thwart that? What are some things that we can do to people to wake up? So we shouldn't. It's no reason that we built this country, blood, sweat, and tears. Our ancestors, reparations. We're not asking for nothing that's not owed to us. It's literally we deserve it. Our parents, our
Right.
grandparents, my great grandparents, some people that still alive, and they can literally say about segregation and Jim Crow, and why is it that black people are getting ignored like that, and why what well, I'm sorry, my question is, what can we
All
do?
right, let me land your plane, sister. Okay. Lord. All right, I love you, sister. Well, you a chatty little thing. Let's land. I had to land that plane. All right, let me answer. I want to answer. You're a little chatty, but that's good. I feel you. I feel your passion. I feel your passion. But what we do, like I've been saying, we make an example out of the Democrats. We let them know, and our good brother Tony Brown said in 1984, we're going to have to, black people, we're going to have to let the Democrats crash and burn. We're going to have to make them lose, and it's going to have to be known they lost because of black people. Have to make sure they lose and make sure that they know they lost because of us. There's not going to be any guessing game that they lost because they didn't have us on the team. And again, that's why they're trying to flood the zone with all these immigrants. But here's the thing: a lot of these immigrant groups, they come over here and they're team white supremacy. That's biting them in the ass too. See, this is why they keep trying to come at us with these voter ID laws, trying to make it seem like, well, black people, the Republicans are trying to stop black people from voting because they're trying to make it harder to get an ID. That ain't for us. That's for all these illegal immigrants that's coming in here. So we're not going for that. We're not going for that at all. And also, a lot of these illegal immigrants, they come over here and start voting team white supremacy. They start voting for Trump. You dig? They start voting for the Republicans because they identify with white. You see? So we just got to stay on code and, again, let them know we're not going to hit that voting booth unless we get something tangible. Now they got Joe Biden. I talked about this on my broadcast last night. Joe Biden running around here talking about, I got your back, and they're doing a bunch of photo ops. And that's what we do. Let's not go for the damn photo ops, because a lot of black people, when they come around with the whole white savior thing, some black folks get weak in the knees. When they come around the church, standing next to you with a little kente cloth pendant on, singing some Negro spirituals, y'all get all fluttery. Ooh, Master Joe. Ooh, I'm glad you down here at First Baptist Ebenezer Church. You know, no. Let's cut that out. Let's not be fooled by that. Definitely don't let Kamami come around with her ski wee and her dancing. And speaking of Kamala, they had some kind of young teens thing where they were with white people and Asians and all of that. They weren't doing all that dancing. When she was with the white teens and the Asian teens and all of these other people, these other young potential voters, they weren't playing no sexy red and drinking liquor, and they weren't being ratchet. They were talking about policies. They would get into the nitty gritty. But when you get a whole bunch of black folks from the HBCUs, it's twerking time. No. See, we have to be more politically sophisticated. That's what it boils down to. Spirit World, you good? All right, let me get Spirit World out of here. Let's get Percy Earl Jr. All right, let's get Percy Earl Jr. in here.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? Can you hear me?
What's up? I'm good, man. How are you,
I'm
sir?
doing good, man. I was listening to everything that was going on with the black girl and going back and forth. I agree with everything you're saying, but I just wanted to ease the mood in here a little bit. Do you know I caught my girl trying to steal my Biloxi blueberry deodorant this morning?
Oh, damn.
she
Lord.
she pocketed her purse. I'm like, what are you doing? And she was like, I was gonna buy you some more. What the hell are you doing?
Uh-oh.
But that everything.
Well, she didn't want to be musty. I'm not mad at
Right,
her.
right.
She didn't want to be musty
But
at all.
that's everything, man. I appreciate everything you're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and land. I just wanted to ease the mood a little bit.
No doubt, man. Appreciate that.
From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier, cultural choice.